Now let's start with the conditional probability. So probability of B by A, right? That's how I write it. What do I mean by that? Is basically probability of B happening, right? Event B occurring, given that A has already occurred. So A has already happened. With that in mind, what would be the probability of B happening? Now that's what the probability, conditional probability is. So let me give an example. And let's say there is a bag which has 3 white balls and 2 green balls, right? White, 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 and green. Let's say I picked a ball from it, right? What it turned out to be white. What will be the composition now? I'll have 2 white and 2 green. Now if I ask you what is the probability of picking green in this current situation, right? What is the answer? You would say 2 by 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 is my favorable for green, 2 green, so it's 2 by 4. If I removed one ball and it turned out to be green, what would have been the composition? White, white, white and 1 green. What is the probability of picking green? It's 1 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and there is only one favorable, so that's 1 by 4. You see, if I ask you what is the probability of picking green in my second pick, it's not a straight answer as 2 by 4 or 1 by 4. Understand this clearly, because it depends on what happened in my first pick. Right? That's a very important thing that you have to use and apply. That's why if I say, so I picked a ball from the bag, right? And it turned out to be white. And it turned out to be white. Now if I pick another ball, right? I pick another ball from the bag. What is the probability of seeing green? Or what is the probability of picking green? The answer is 2 by 4. Why? This is a conditional probability. It is not simply asking me what is the probability of picking green from the bag. It is probability of picking green given that white is already picked in my first. White picked. This will give me 2 by 4. What is the probability of picking green second time with green already picked? That is 1 by 4. If I don't give you this information, right, and I just say what is the probability of picking green, what would have been the answer? You'll use this composition and you would say 2 by 5, which is different from this. Let's say I said that I removed a ball. I don't know which color it is. Okay. I removed a ball from the bag. Now I am trying to remove another ball. What is the probability of seeing the green in my second pick? What you need to understand is you have to do both the cases. I might have picked white in the first one and hence a green later, or a green first and again a green. So this is 2 by 4. This is what I did, given that white is picked already. Also, you have to understand what is the probability of picking white and multiply with that, and then do for this. This will be a bit complicated. I'll come to this. But understand the probability of conditional probability is this, right? Given that something is already done, what is the probability? This is different with something else happening. That's why it's important to note if it's a conditional probability or not. And what is the impact of it or use of it in problems is this. P of A intersection B can be done as P of A into P of B given that A has already happened, or P of B into P of A given that B has already happened. This can be used to calculate P of A intersection B. Now let's understand this concept with some examples, right? So let's say I have a basket which has 8 green balls and 5 orange balls. 2 balls are drawn in succession without replacement. What is the probability that the first one is orange and the second one is green? Right? So it is asking this. First one is orange. So it is like this defining event A is basically getting orange in first pick. B is getting, okay, rather forget about the first pick, last pick. So the probability is this, getting orange and getting green. Normally, what would be the probability of getting orange in this? 8 plus 5, 13 is the possible outcomes, and I am trying to see what is my probability of getting orange is 5 by 13. What is the probability of getting green is 8 by 13. Right? But if I ask you what is this P of A intersection B, that is both have to happen. Right? I need to pick green and then blue. Sorry, and then B. That's basically orange. So A intersection B, there's a bit of confusing part here. Let me define this actually as first pick. And what is the getting green in second pick? Because if I don't write the picks, A intersection B could be green and orange, or orange and green still satisfies this, which is not what we want. We want first one is orange, second one is green. So event A is defined as getting orange in the first pick, that is 5 by 13. But getting green in second pick is not 8 by 13. Right? I don't know what's the probability. Once I've picked this, the composition will get changed to two possible options, right? That is, I might see I had 8 green and 5 oranges. If I picked white, what would be the composition? Green, right? My bad. I picked green in my first pick. I would have 7 green and 5 orange. If I picked orange, I would have 8 green and 4 orange. In this situation, what is the probability of picking green? 7 by 12. What about this? 8 by 12. Right, this is what the event B is. It could be 7 by 12 or 8 by 12. How would I write that? It is basically depending on what is being picked. Right, it completely depends on is it green or orange. So how do I do this question? What is the probability that first one is orange and second one is green? That is basically asking this part, right? I need to pick orange first and then I need to pick the second one is green. So it's basically asking you to find A intersection B, picking orange in the first one and the second one is green. So the formula would go like P of A into P of B given that A has happened. What is probability of A? That is 5 by 13. That is probability of picking the orange is 5 by 13. Now what is the probability of picking green in second given that orange is picked in the first? When orange is picked in the first, what is the probability of picking green? 8 by 12. So I need to use 8 by 12, not 7 by 12, not 8 by 13 or 7 by 13. So the answer would be this 5 by 13 into 8 by 12. Right? Imagine this again. The probability of A is basically getting orange from the first pick, B is getting green in the second pick. Right? And I don't have a simple probability answer for this. You have to look at the cases. So if I have to first pick the orange and then the green, so it's basically asking me to find out A intersection B. This and this. The first one is orange, the second one is green. So this can be calculated as P of A into P of B given that A has happened. So what is probability of A? 5 by 13, which I have written, right? What is probability of B given A has happened? What is A? Getting orange in the first pick. If I get orange in the first pick, my composition will look like this, 8 green and 4 oranges. In this case, what is the probability of getting green? 8 by 12. So I need to multiply 8 by 12. Right? That's how you should do these questions. Now let's look at this question. A basket contains 4 black marbles and 5 white marbles, and another basket contains 7 black marbles and 2 white marbles. So let's say this is one basket. What is the composition? 4 black and 5 white. What is another basket? Basket 2 has 7 black and 2 white marbles. One basket is selected at random and a marble is randomly drawn from the selected basket. Let A be the event that the first basket is selected, B be the event that the second basket is selected, and C be the event the marble drawn is white marble. Right? They have already defined events. A is the event first basket is selected, B is the event second basket is selected, and C be the event that marble drawn is white. Find the probability of A. See, what is the probability of event A happening? That's basically probability of selecting the first basket. It's very simple. What is this? I have 2 baskets. So there are 2 options for me. And what is my favorable one? Selecting the first basket. So it's 1 by 2. As there are 2 baskets, what is the probability of selecting the first basket? It's 1 by 2. Simple, right? What is probability of B? Again same. B is selecting the second basket. That is also 1 by 2. B1 and B2. So I have to select B2. So it's basically 1 by 2 out of 2 options. So the question is asking me to answer what is probability of B bar. That's 1 minus P of B. That's 1 minus half. That's basically half. Now the third question is saying find the probability of C given A has happened. Right? If A has happened, that means I've selected this basket. What is the probability of drawing a white marble? Because my probability C event is drawing white marble, right? A has happened means I've selected basket 1. Right? Now in the basket 1, I need to understand what is the probability of picking the white marble. That's basically 5 white marbles out of 5 plus 4, 9. That's 5 by 9. What is the probability of C by B? probability of picking a white marble given that second basket is selected. Second basket is this, the composition is 7 plus 2, 9 and white is 2, 2 by 9 is the answer. Right? This is as simple as it can get. Understand the fundamental concepts and you will be able to answer this very easily. Right? What is probability of C by B? Given, that is basically saying probability of event C happening given B has happened. B has happened is basically I've picked this basket. What is the probability of selecting the white marble? 2 by 7 plus 2, that's 2 by 9. A box contains 3 black balls, 5 red and 7 green. That's the composition. 2 balls are drawn one after the other from the box at random. What is the probability that both the balls are of a different color? So, how would I get this as a different color? I can pick a blue, black first and a red next. Right? This is one possibility. Or I can pick, let me do this. 1 black and 1 green. Right? Or I can pick 1 red and 1 green, 1 red and 1 black. This is different. Okay, the order also matters because they said one after the other. So picking black first and the red later and red first and then black are two different cases. 1 green and 1 black and 1 green and 1 red. You know, these are 6 cases I can do in one way using conditional probability. What is the probability of picking black first? 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 15. Right, out of which what is the black? 3, right? So probability of picking black first is 3 by 15. Now because I have picked a black, what will be the composition looking like after I pick a black? I will have 2 black, 5 red and 7 green. So 2 plus 5, 7 plus 7 is 14 and I will still have 5 red, right? So that is 3 by 15 into 5 by 14. Similarly, this is also 3 by 15 is the black. If I pick a black, I will have this composition and the probability of picking a green is 7 by 14. If I pick a red first, what will this composition look like? 3 black, 4 red and 7 green. So that's basically 5 by 15 is the probability of picking red in the first composition. Once I pick a red, the composition will turn out to be this. So in that I'll have still 14, the same case, and I have to pick a green, that is 7 by 14. Similarly for this 5 by 15 in the first pick, and now I have to pick a blue, black, that is 3 by 14. 1 green, if I pick, what will be the composition after I pick a green? 3 black, 5 red and 6 green. That will be my composition later. So if I pick a green first, so that will be 7 by 15 into, I need to pick a black later, that is 3 by 14. And this is 1 green and 1 red. So 1 green, so again the same probability of 7 by 15 into, I can pick a red in this composition as 5 by 14. See, the denominator is all 15, 14, 15, 14, 15, 14. That's, I just need to do 3 by 5 is 15, 21, 35, 15, 21 and 35. Right? 15 plus 21 plus 35 and again 15, 21, 35, right? So what is this? 15 plus 35 is 50 plus 21 is 71 plus again same 71. So that will turn out to be 142 by 210. That is what I'll get if I add all the cases. Right? That is how you can solve this question. Yes, this is a bit longer and tedious question, but the reason why we have said this is we wanted to show you how you can apply simple conditional probability. Right? You should not do this as 3 by 15 into 5 by 15 or something. This has to be 14. Right? And also don't just do a black, red, black, green and stop at 3 cases. You have to do all the 6 cases. Right? That is what you should be ideally doing. There's slightly easier way I can think of. That is like using this. I pick a black first, right? And then I pick a non-black. Right? I pick a green first and then I pick a non-green. I pick a red and then I pick a non-red. This will cover black and non-black, will be basically covering all of this in single sentence. I pick a black first. What is the probability of picking a black first? 3 by 15, right? I pick a black first, so 3, 5, 7 is the composition, I have 3 by 15. Once I pick a black, this is my composition. I need to pick any color other than black. That is 5 plus 7, 12 by 14. That is the first case. What about the second one? 1 green and non-green. I pick a green, the probability of picking a green is 7 by 15 into, now once I pick a green, this is the composition. What is the non-green elements? I need to pick red or black, that is 8 by 14. And the third one is I pick a red first. The probability of picking a red in the first thing is 5 by 15 into, once I pick a red, this is the composition. I need to pick colors other than red. That is 3 black and 7 green. So I have 10 out of 14. So 3 12s are 36 by 210, right? And 7 8s are 56 by 210. And this is 50 by 210. So if I add it, I'll get 50 plus 36, 86 plus 142 by 210, right? Which is what I got. It's all the same thing. What I did is this, right? 1 black and 1 red, 1 black and 1 green is basically combine both. You are simply coming up with 1 black and 1 non-black. 1 red and 1 green, 1 red and 1 black is to be 1 red and 1 non-red. These two are basically this. Right? You can save time by doing in this way. But see, as I said, the whole agenda of this is not to let you just get this question solved faster. That's the secondary step. The first step is understanding the concepts better. We have added some complexity, some level of like black, red and green, 3 colors, and making you do multiple things. The complexity is added to ensure that we explain the hard stuff so that you understand to a good level and solve easier questions.